Are you wondering how to start an LLC in Rhode Island? Today, you will learn the most common ways to start your business, including the correct forms you'll need, registering your LLC, critical naming requirements, and all other vital tips and tricks. Then, as a bonus, later in the video, I will reveal a trustworthy registered agent who will help set up your LLC for free. So make sure to stick with me until the end. The state of Rhode Island, like other states, has several specific LLC requirements. There are 3 main ways you can start an LLC in Rhode Island. First is the DIY or do-it-yourself process, where you mostly depend on Rhode Island State's website. The second way is hiring a professional service that practically offers more efficiency and security in creating your LLC, while the third is hiring an attorney. We will skip the attorney hiring portion because that's expensive, and most business owners won't need that service. First, let's take a look at the steps required for starting an LLC. Step 1. Choose a name for your LLC. Under Rhode Island law, an LLC name must end with the words Limited Liability Company, or the abbreviations LLC or L.L.C. Upper and lowercase abbreviations are permitted. Your LLC's name must be distinguishable from the names of other business entities already on file with the Rhode Island Secretary of State. Names may be checked for availability by using the Rhode Island Secretary of State's Business Name Database. You may reserve a name for 120 days by filing a reservation of entity name, Form 620, with the Rhode Island Secretary of State's Corporations Division. The reservation can be filed online or by mail. Step 2. Appoint a registered agent. Every Rhode Island LLC must have an agent for service of process in the state. This is an individual or business entity that agrees to accept legal papers on the LLC's behalf if it is sued. The resident agent must be a Rhode Island resident or a business entity authorized to do business in Rhode Island. The registered agent must have a physical street address in Rhode Island. Step 3. File Articles of Organization. A Rhode Island LLC is created by filing Articles of Organization, Form 400, with the Rhode Island Department of State. The articles must include the LLC's name, the name and address of the LLC's registered agent, how the LLC will be treated for federal tax purposes, the address of the LLC's principal office, whether the LLC will be member-managed or manager-managed. If the LLC is manager-managed, the manager's names and addresses must be provided. Also, it must include the effective date of the articles upon filing or a later date, and the signature of authorized person. The articles may be filed online or by postal mail. The state filing cost for LLCs is $150 for both domestic LLCs and foreign LLCs. Step 4. Prepare an operating agreement. An LLC operating agreement is not required in Rhode Island, but creating one is highly advisable. The operating agreement is the primary document that establishes the rights, powers, duties, liabilities, and obligations of the members among themselves and to the LLC. The operating agreement is purely an internal document and is not filed with the Department of State. If an existing or newly created LLC does not adopt an operating agreement, its existing articles of organization, bylaws or operating agreement, and/or its member control or limited liability company agreement will collectively become its operating agreement. Step 5. File annual reports. All Rhode Island LLCs and foreign LLCs authorized to do business in the state must file a limited liability company annual report, Form 632, with the Rhode Island Secretary of State and pay a $50 filing fee. The report must be filed each calendar year between September 1st and November 1st, beginning with the year following the year in which the LLC's original articles of organization were filed with the Secretary of State. The report may be filed online or by postal mail. Step 6. Obtain an EIN. An EIN or Employer Identification Number is a federal tax ID issued by the IRS. They use your EIN to readily identify your firm and tax filings. All Rhode Island firms pay a business privilege tax, and the state requires you to have an EIN to file. You may also be required to provide your EIN when opening a bank account or applying for municipal permits or licenses. Obtaining an EIN is a slightly longer process compared to their previous steps. I'm sure you know anything to do with the IRS is confusing. First, you must have complete knowledge of your LLC, such as your company information, managing member information, business address, business information, company details, and even critical information regarding vehicular assets and federal excise taxes. This is another reason why getting a professional registered agent is way more convenient, as they can do this for you as part of their service. Now, let's talk about the second option to form an LLC, and that is hiring a professional formation service. Professional formation services do all the steps you should be doing on your own, from filing necessary forms to acting as your registered agent. You usually have to allocate a specific budget for this option. As I already mentioned earlier, IncFile is one of the best companies out there to help you form your LLC. You can click on the link in the description to get access to this deal. IncFile is one of a kind as it offers a free package with services such as preparing and filing your articles of organization. Well, you still have to pay $237 for the state fees, which you would have to do anyway if you chose the DIY option. But looking at the bigger picture, all other companies will still charge their service fee on top of state filing fees. IncFile does not collect this fee. This plan already includes a free registered agent for your first year of subscription, and $119 annually moving forward if you decide to continue the service after the first year. IncFile's next packages are the Gold and Platinum packages, which both have package fees already on top of the $237 state fee. Each package has its own set of services which are all worthy of the subscription you are paying for. The Gold package offers you the benefits of filing reports and taxes for your LLC. Every year, USA LLCs are required to file a state annual report. This report is essentially an information update of your file so that the state knows who is now in charge and how to contact your company. USA LLCs are also required to file state tax returns. To make matters even more complicated, your annual report and business privilege tax share a document and are due at the same time each year. With the IncFile's Gold package, you won't have to scribble notes of these reports because IncFile will handle the whole process for you. Your Platinum package also has these services in the bag with the unique addition of expedited filing, getting a domain name, and a business email, which essentially increases your LLC's credibility. IncFile also has an exclusive partnership with Bank of America, so you can easily open an eligible checking account for your business. Yes, it is a must for your LLC to have a business account. Remember, an LLC has limited liability, for it is a separate entity from its members. You may forfeit your liability protections if you combine your personal and business money, and this is where the term piercing the corporate veil comes into play. Piercing the corporate veil is an LLC jargon that refers to the court's action to hold you as the owner or member of an LLC personally liable for the LLC's debts or actions. Now, if you have been sued by some lawyer who sees a crack in your LLC, they might resort to piercing the corporate veil, in which you are in any position defeated. This is why opening a separate bank account for your LLC is so important. Do you like the level of detail I'm providing you in my review so far? If yes, then make sure to let me know by liking my video and hitting that subscribe button for more high-quality business content.